You're welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel in the news today. What God told me about Kogi Senator Natasha and Senate President Godswill Akpabio Primate Elijah in a recent Facebook broadcast issued a prophecy directed at Senator Natasha warning her of impending challenges in the National Assembly. He explained that the difficulties she may soon face are unlikely to be linked to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, but could instead originate from her own actions. In his words, Natasha, you will face another challenge in the House. It may not be Akpabio's doing, but yours. Ayodele urged Natasha to be careful, patient, and composed in handling political matters to avoid creating avoidable hurdles. He advised her, you are warned, Natasha. Calm down, be cautious, and move carefully. The prophet highlighted that conflicts within the Senate are not unusual, but stressed that Natasha's personal decision will play a significant role in determining the content of her challenges. He reiterated that the looming issues may arise from not external opposition but from our own mistakes. His message doubles as a warning and counsel, urging the senator to apply wisdom, restraint, and foresight in managing her responsibilities. Ayodele implied that her political success and stability largely depend on her ability to act thoughtfully and avoid unnecessary confrontations. This warning forms part of Ayodele's broader counsel to Nigerian politicians, emphasizing the importance of humility, vigilance, and prudence in steering clear of political turbulence. These are the submissions of the clergyman, Primate Elijah Ayodele, to Natasha as regards the coming turbulence in recent time, especially as regards her career as a senator. And this time around, the man of God is pinpointing that some of the hurdles that Natasha will face might not really come from his purported political enemy. It might be a self-inflicted problem which may result as a result of or may come off because of not being careful or not being patient and not being very strategic in the way Natasha may want to move. And he also generalized the statement for all senators too. There's need for them to be careful. And also, if we look at it too, most of the problem of mankind are self-inflicted in the reality of the whole situation. But then, streamlining it to Natasha, Natasha herself has a lot to do. For example, she should see herself, beyond the fact that she is personally Natasha, and she should begin to see herself that she's a senator in a better light, that responsibilities are upon her shoulder, and she needs to shoulder a lot of stuffs because of that office or conferred on her by election. She cannot do certain things. Yes, even those things are personal to her, or pursue certain things even though they are personal ambition, because of the fact that she's a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Apart from representing Kogi people, she's also a representative of Nigeria, come rain, come shine, anywhere, any day. And as a result of that, a lot is expected even from her. To whom much is given, much is expected. And in politics, of course, it's a win-win situation, sometimes a win-lose situation. Sometimes it can be a lose-lose situation. It is always a give and take. And if you are not magnanimous, you can't be a politician and you cannot even play politics. If you are also narrow minded, it's so difficult because in the process of trying to dot every I and cross every T, you realize that you will step on more toes than you can handle. You realize that you will bite more than you can chew. And that has been the problem of all our senators and our politicians at large. You realize some people will just, because they did not win election, you'll be hearing statements like baboon and dog, they will bat in blood. Because of what? Because of politics, because of opposition, you begin to hear a lot of statements castigating the government. While the government is doing good, they will still say it's bad, that the government is not doing well. These are extreme moves of politicians. Why? Because they want to achieve a particular purpose. And most times, if you look at those who are in such business, they are always losers. In fact, serial losers, because the people in question have eyes and they can hear too, and they also have brains and their minds. That at the end of the day, instead of the people to make mistake, they will eventually realize the truth and then do the needful. And then these so-called politicians will now say, oh, we tried, but we didn't get there. And that's how they will continue to try, but they will not get there. Because there's no way, there's a law of karma that will always have its effect. There's a cause and effect based on what man does. That's just the reality. So the clergyman is saying this now to Natasha, and by extension to all politicians. There's no way you want to come out to vie for an office that is public office that you will not face challenges. That's just the truth. And the reality is that if they realize that the problem is as a result of their decision to come out to vie for a public office, the better for them. They will be able to handle the matter, correctly. And, at the end of the day, even if they don't win, of course, they will understand that it's politics. It's a game of numbers, and the decision is made by the people. It's a function of choice, which is very, very essential. So, like the clergyman told Natasha, he said, calm down and then be cautious and also move carefully. Looking at the fact that she's in the Senate, and we won't rule out the fact that there are so many gender issues these days, and we also those who are championing feminism and the like. So there's going to be pushbacks from here and there. And what is much more important is the people. Whatever Natasha is going to face in her political career, or even in the Senate, or any politician whatsoever, she always puts the people first. And because they are the one that gather their votes together and say, look, it is you that we want, and then they ask you to go and then represent them. So representing the people should be paramount, irrespective of the challenges that may come. Yes, nobody is saying one should not defend oneself, but then prioritize everything you do and make sure you are focused. Because as at present now, Natasha is distracted and she's not performing her role even for Kogi people. But we are wishing her the best if she can continue to put on her thinking cap and walk in the right direction. She'll be able to give the best to her people. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.